grab yourself a warm cup of tea or coffee. Also grab your notebook that you write down your goals at. And the first favorites are, of course, books. Hello my friends, and welcome to another monthly reset routine. First things first, I want to know how March was for you. What were you up to during March? How did it go with your goals? Are you satisfied? Are you not? Let me know in the comments. If you haven't grabbed your essentials already, do so now. Grab yourself a warm cup of tea or coffee. Also grab your notebook that you write down your goals at, or your goals list in general. And let's have a look at our March goals. Alright, so my first goal was to do my spring cleaning, to refresh my apartment, to just clean some areas that I normally don't really clean, and I did do that. I also did film a spring reset and refresh vlog. I will link it down below. My next goal was to get fresh flowers, which I did. As I had mentioned in my previous monthly reset, I don't really get flowers that often because they can be a bit of a waste, let's say, because they are a bit expensive and then they die after a couple of weeks max. And I feel like it is a bit wasteful, even though I love the feeling and the look of fresh flowers in my space. I thought that I would just make it a little tradition for myself to get fresh flowers as soon as spring arrives, or a little bit before spring arrives, when I also filmed my spring reset and refresh vlog. So that's what I did. I cleaned the apartment, and then I also had a lovely day out with my mom, and I also grabbed some fresh flowers, which obviously they were beautiful, but they did die after like 1 week. So yeah, I'm not planning on getting any new flowers anytime soon. My third goal was to meditate 4 up to 5 times a week. And even though I was doing pretty well with my meditations, there were a couple of weeks that I meditated only 3 times. So I didn't achieve this goal, unfortunately, but it is fine. It is okay. I did enjoy all the meditations that I did, even though they were not as many as I hoped that they would be, but that's totally fine. My next goal was to get a massage. I had mentioned that I had never had a massage in my life before, and I did get a massage this month. And guys, it was not the type of massage that you get to relax and unwind and feel all calm. No, I had the type of massage that was painful. It was quite painful. I had to ask the person that was giving me a massage to be a bit gentler because it hurt. It really did hurt, and especially had this knot and pain in my back, and that thing, oof, it was so freaking painful. But honestly, I felt like a whole different person after I was done with my massage. It was painful, but I loved it. At some point, I definitely want to get another massage. I don't want to say that I will have them monthly, even though that sounds pretty good to have them monthly, but I don't want to pay for that every month. We will see. My next goal was to listen to self-development podcasts, which I did. I was hoping to find maybe a new podcast that I haven't heard before. I did check a couple of them out, but I did went back to my all-time favorite, which is The Mindset Mentor by Rob Dial Jr. So I was making it a priority while I was doing chores, cleaning the dishes, changing the sheets, doing laundry. I made it a priority to listen to some episodes of that podcast. My next goal was to not work on the weekends, and honestly, when I was writing this goal down, I was not really sure if I was going to be able to achieve it, because I was thinking that you always work during the weekends, Poppy. I don't really think that you can do that. But to my surprise, I was shocked. I didn't work on the weekends at all, which was amazing. I think that the only thing work-wise, which I don't really feel like it is work for me, is that I filmed a few clips for vlogs. But other than that, I didn't do any work for clients, editing my weekend away. I didn't do that, so I'm very proud of that. We will see if that will be the case for this month as well. But honestly, it just felt right, because I work from home, and even though I love my daily life, there is no difference between my weekends and my weekdays. It's like almost one straight line. I do the same things every single day. And since I was working on the weekends all these previous months, it really did feel like I was just doing the same thing over and over again. So it was a nice change of reality, my daily life. Obviously, it was also good for my eyes. I was not straining my eyes all that much because I was not sitting in front of the laptop. And my last goal was to reach 4,850 subscribers, which we did, and we recently hit 5,000 subscribers in the channel. I couldn't be more excited and happier about that. Thank you, thank you, thank you to all the people who have been watching, who have been commenting, liking the videos, and of course, a huge thank you to all the new subscribers. Welcome to our YouTube family. I love seeing our channel grow because it feels like more and more like-minded people are gathering in this small space of the internet, and it just feels great. It makes me unbelievably happy to share everything that I love, everything that I'm passionate about with you, to talk about books, about life, about our goals, and all this good stuff. It just makes me the happiest. And honestly, this channel is the reason I hop out of bed excited and ready to start my day. I have mentioned before that my life was not always like that. I used to not even want to get out of bed. So the change is drastic. And I just want to say a huge thank you to all of you. You're keeping me motivated and inspired and focused to continue creating these videos. When I see comments of yours that say that you like the videos, you find one of my videos helpful, that can make my day, my week, my month. It just means a whole lot. So these were all of my March goals. I think I did pretty well. I achieved all of my goals except for one, so that's amazing. And now I am ready to write down my April goals. A new month is about to start. I am excited for fresh new goals. Also, the weather here in Greece is about to get a bit warmer as well, which also makes me very excited because I'm about to pull out of my closet all my cute spring outfits, and good weather definitely makes me want to be out more, so I am ready for these warmer days. All right, let's write down our April goals. April goals are ready. Let's go through them. April goal number 1, organize my books. I don't have a huge selection of books, but my book selection is getting bigger and bigger. Am I mad about that? No. Am I excited about that? Yes. Do I want to have my own little library? Yes, again. But currently I have all of my books hidden in a drawer here in the living room, but I have been thinking that I would love to have a little bookshelf to display some of my favorite books. I have an empty wall here in the living room that I think a bookshelf would look cute. Then again, I'm not sure if I will go through with that idea because I don't want my space to end up looking cluttered. Not that books necessarily make a space look cluttered, but I want my environment to be as empty as possible. I'm not a minimalist by no means, but I just don't like seeing a lot of stuff around me. It overstimulates me, it makes me feel anxious, like I'm suffocating. I just don't like that. But maybe a couple of little shelves on the wall would look nice. I have seen a bookshelf that I think is very cute, and I saw it specifically on Pinterest on a picture, and I was like, that looks nice, I want it, but I don't know if I will go through with it. If I end up doing that, would you like to see maybe a little bookshelf organization and how I will end up displaying my books? Is that something that you would like to watch? I don't know, let me know in the comments. Next goal, bake something. It has been a hot minute since the last time that I baked something, and I have been thinking that maybe banana bread. I have quite a few bananas, so maybe at some point I could bake a banana bread or just a cake. I really like cakes. I'm not the type of person who bakes all the time or who enjoys cooking. I definitely don't enjoy cooking, neither baking that much, but every once in a while it is fun to bake and to have a sweet treat here at home that I know what is into it and that it's not overly processed and with a million different crappy ingredients in it. My next goal is to work out 4 times per week. I normally work out 3 up to 4 times per week, but I want to make it a priority this month to work out 4 times a week. I just have noticed that when I work out consistently, I obviously feel so much better, more energized. I feel like I also sleep better at nights. So let's see. The goal is 4 times per week. Let's see how this will go. The next goal is to start reading a new book. I am currently reading a physical copy of A Court of Silver Flames, and that is a pretty thick book, even though I'm going through it pretty quickly, I have to say. But I definitely want to finish that during April. And I'm also currently listening to an audiobook as well. Let me just quickly see the title because I don't remember the title exactly. Yeah, so the audiobook that I'm listening to is called The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. So ideally, I would like to finish both of these during April and to start another book, because I also have a spring reading list that I want to read and finish by the end of spring. So I want to work on that. My next goal is to have a 0 spend week. I think that it has been like a couple of months or 3 months since the last time that I had this goal to have a 0 spend week. So I think that it is about time that I have this goal again. We gotta save some money. Obviously, if I have a 0 spend week, I'm not going to save a ton, but still I'm going to save a little something. And the last goal is to reach 5,090 subscribers. So these are all of my April goals. As always, let me know about one of your goals that you have for the new month. Leave me a comment. I love reading your goals. Also, I get ideas through your goals. I get inspiration and ideas through your goals, because sometimes you share your goals with me and I'm like, yeah, that's a nice goal. Maybe I will have it for myself next month. And I think that I want to finish my tea because I only have a little left. So cheers. Okay, lemon verbena tea is gone. Even though this cup is super adorable, it just doesn't fit a lot of tea. We need more tea in our lives. How much tea is enough tea? How much tea is too much? I don't know. I love drinking it. It's just relaxing, calming, wholesome. It's just good vibes. Tea is good energy. Coffee is high energy, is I am pumped and I'm dancing on the roof energy. But tea is I am floating on water energy. That's how I see it. I don't even know what I'm saying. This was very random. Anyways, you know what time it is. It is time to create my new vision board, vision/mood board for the new month. If you're new to this channel, we create mood boards in this channel every single month. So grab your laptop, go to Pinterest, find pictures that you like, that you find beautiful, pictures that will represent your new month, and let's create a new mood board. Let's do it. Alright, the mood board is done. Let's have a look at it. So for the background, I chose this shade of green, which I find very pretty. I really love every single shade of green, to be honest. I think green is gorgeous and it is one of my all-time favorite colors. So you remember that I said before that I want to organize my books and that I saw a cute bookshelf on Pinterest. This is the exact bookshelf that I saw and I think is very beautiful, minimal, aesthetic, neutral colors, and look at the selection that this picture has, the selection of books. I mean, I don't know every single one of these books and haven't read every single one of these books, but if you have the ACOTAR series on display, you're my bestie, you are my friend. If you are an ACOTAR fan, we are immediately friends. I don't care about anything else. Also, Happy Place, another book that I really love. So obviously this person has a really nice taste when it comes to books. We have similar tastes. Because as much as I love my nonfiction and my self-development, self-help books, I had never imagined that 2024 was going to be the year that I was going to be a fantasy reader. Or should I say a romantasy reader? Because that's how people call the books that are both fantasy and romance. Romantasy. So I'm really into my romantasy era and I don't know what I'm going to do with myself when I will finish Silver Flames. I mean, I'm planning on starting Throne of Glass, but anyways, if you're not into reading and you're not into fantasy, you're bored, you probably have also exited the video by now. But if you're here, hey, you're a friend, you're a real one. Let's move on. It is officially strawberry season and I love strawberries. It is one of my favorite fruits. I love having it in my Greek yogurt for breakfast. It is delicious with some peanut butter and my granola. Just amazing. So since I'm planning on consuming a lot of strawberries during April, I just thought why not have some strawberries in my mood board. You know, they also look beautiful. Then I definitely wanted a cute spring outfit in my mood board and I obviously love cardigans. Hello, I'm wearing one today. And I really love, like I said, green. And this outfit is just beautiful, super cute, something that I would definitely wear as well. When I saw this picture, I was like, now I want a green cardigan, but I don't think that I'm going to get one. But it would be amazing to have one. I always try to include some sort of quote in my mood boards. And the quote I chose for this month says, do something today that your future self will thank you for. I try to think that frequently, if not daily that, hey, what can I do right now that my future self will thank me for? Or if I feel like I don't want to do something when I know that it's going to help my future self, I try to push myself during these moments, because most of the times the things that are good for us and that are going to benefit our future selves, most of the times these things are hard. They're not easy. And that's why a lot of people are not that successful or that fit. These are just some random examples that I thought about, because it's not easy to work hard and save, or work hard and build your own business, or work hard on your fitness and on your body. If it was easy, I think that everybody would walk around with a six-pack and $1 million on their bank accounts. But it is not easy to do certain things, so that's why you don't see it that often, let's say, around you. Not that it is not possible, not that you cannot become successful. I mean, in your own terms, money doesn't equal success to all of people. I get that, of course. And also maybe because working out is hard, that doesn't mean that you cannot do it and that you cannot become the healthiest version of yourself, because I believe in you and I know that you can do it. So, next picture. So since I'm not getting flowers for my apartment, I thought, why not have some flowers in my mood board? Flowers equal spring to me, and I think to a lot of people. So that's why I chose some beautiful flowers for my mood board. And of course, the last picture represents the baking that I want to do this month. I think this is banana bread, and I'm really leaning towards baking a banana bread, because as I said, I have some bananas. So maybe next week that they're going to be more ripe, I could bake a banana bread, and that will be my mood board for the month of April. Okay, time to share my monthly favorites. And the first favorites are, of course, books. I would like to share the books that I read this past month and I loved. Actually, 2 of them I finished, I think, at the end of February. But it was before I filmed my previous monthly reset, so these were not included in my favorites for the previous month. And because I really love the books, I needed to share them in this video. So book number 1 is The Midnight Library, a very well-known book. I know that opinions are mixed about this book, and I was a bit nervous before I started reading it, because I thought that maybe I would lean towards the people who didn't really like it, even though I had high hopes for that book. Basically, I had gotten that book and then I read some reviews, and they made me think that this book might not be good, which was not the case at all, and maybe I should stop reading reviews all the time before I get a book. But then again, I want to read the reviews because they might save me time and money if I was going to get a book that is, not that great. But then again, I feel like books are something that is very personal. If you're going to like a book or not, it is something super personal. And with this book, 5 out of 5 stars. I will definitely reread it at some point. It has become one of my all-time favorite books. This book is about a woman who's going through a really hard time. She's not really satisfied with her life in general, and somehow she ends up in the Midnight Library. And I don't want to give any spoilers about this book, but before you read it, maybe you want to have a look at the trigger warnings, because it does touch on some sensitive topics. But this was 5 out of 5 stars. Incredible. The other book that I read at the end of February and I loved it was the book Never Let Me Go by Kazuo Ishiguro. I think I gave this book 4 stars out of 5. It was a very nice read. Not my favorite from Kazuo Ishiguro, but it is a pretty good book. This book, again, made me feel blue. I feel like all of the books that I read, the last few books, have made me feel blue and sad. But it's okay. Feeling sad is a good feeling. We got to feel that feeling as well. We're not denying any feelings, because even though they made me feel a bit sad and blue, I did thoroughly enjoy all of these, and I got to learn something and to clearly see the message that the author wanted to send. So this was another book that I really loved. And the third book is called Still Alice. This book has to do with Alzheimer's disease. Again, a very good book. I really enjoyed it. And the story of the main character of Alice, who starts as this brilliant woman, and then by the end of the book, you can imagine what happens. I don't want to give any spoilers, but these were the 3 books that made it to my favorites list this month. And then all the rest of my favorites are songs. I recently started sharing my favorite songs of the month with you, and I'm really enjoying it because I feel like it is the same with books. I think it is fun to share music and books and to see what another person enjoys, and maybe you're going to like that as well, the song, the book. Anyways, song number 1 is called Midas by Scott. Amazing song, beautiful. The second song is Seneca by Novo Amor. I hope I'm not mispronouncing anything, but that song is also absolutely stunning, gorgeous. That's how I can describe it. Every time that it starts, when the song starts, the energy in the room just shifts for me. And the last song that I have been listening to non-stop is called Bayou by Mountains of the Moon. I have been listening to plenty more songs, but I didn't want the list to be never ending and for this video to be half an hour long. So these were my monthly favorites, and I think that this will wrap up my monthly reset. I really hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Don't forget to let me know one of the goals that you have for the new month. Please give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye, friends!
We used to have each other's playlists. No, used to be each other's best friends. Yeah. And now we go our separate pathways, but your heart